everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. Today I'm going to talk about why I no longer steam style my wigs. Instead, I do this. Coming up. If you were anything like me when you first started to wear wigs and really gaining some confidence and making the style your own, you probably couldn't get enough of this baby right here. This is my John Renau wig steamer. This is specifically designed for wigs because it has a targeted nozzle. So you just don't want to sort of blanket the style with steam when you're using it to style the wig. Rather, you want to target the areas. And this was always my favorite steamer. And I can just remember this being the next best thing to sliced bread, baby. I was on it. I mean, I would have my wigs lined up, especially some newer ones that came in. I would have them in line so that we could just steam every single one of them. I always loved to steam in a little bit of lift. I might want to loosen curl, I might want to tighten curl. So when there were a variety of reasons why I started going crazy with my steamer. However, it didn't take me long to figure out that steam probably isn't appropriate for all wigs. So we're going to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about why I stopped steam styling my wigs. And only in certain cases will I break out my steamer these days. So you heard my story about me just sort of going crazy and steaming everything in sight, right? My wigs were probably like, no! I have had less than desirable results when using steam, and so as an experienced wig wearer and styler, I kind of can discern now what type of heat I want to use on a particular style. So what you want to realize is there's two types of synthetic fiber, right? I mean, you can get a little bit more detailed than this, but basically I'm going to separate them into the heat-friendly variety and the regular synthetic or non-heat-friendly fiber. Those are typically the two general types of fiber used on today's modern synthetic wig styles. So this really doesn't pertain to human hair wigs. And this really is just meant to, let's start a conversation, because everybody can experience things a little bit differently. And I know a lot of veteran wig wearers do things a certain way and get really good results. And so I'm not here to argue whether steam is for you or not. I'm just here to give you a little bit of insight into why I stopped, for the most part, steam styling my wigs. Synthetic wigs are made from plastics, your polyesters, your acrylics, your vinyl. Yes, we can't forget that this isn't real hair, that it is made from a petroleum-based or plastic-based material. Now from there can be a different magic recipe for all the manufacturers. So in the beginning, I always learned that steam was a nice moist heat and it wouldn't damage your wigs. I no longer believe that because I have noticed and observed after each time I've used steam, you know, what the effect on the wig is. If I go up to my oven and I open it and all this dry heat rushes out, what's going to happen? It's going to singe my wig, right? It's going to alter it, it's going to singe it and damage it irreparably. If I walk over to my crock pot that's been on for 7 to 8 hours and I pick that lid up and look down in and all the steam rushes out, that will also permanently damage your wig. It'll melt the hair. So it doesn't matter whether it's dry heat or if it's moist heat, they can all damage your wig. So whether you are styling a heat-friendly or a non-heat friendly, whether you are using a steamer or if you're using a hair dryer or flat iron or any kind of heat styling appliance, you're doing damage to the hair. You can't help it. You are altering the integrity of that fiber in some way, even if it was meant to take the heat. So I don't want you to fall into the false guise of, this is a nice moist heat, it's safe for all my wigs. Right after I get done steam styling a wig, it looks beautiful. And, you know, even after I've let it dry and so forth, and I put it on and it's great. But then it doesn't take long for me to start to see where that steam has actually melted the fiber in a way. So it's a controlled melting process. I think that is what is going on there. Now, especially with the non-heat friendly, we were always taught that You know, even steam can be used on a non-heat friendly wig style. And again, I think that shrinking and melting process, that altering of those chemical bonds happens more quickly on the non-heat friendly. Steam can actually warp your wig. I'm going to give you this as an example. This is Estetica's Ocean in R613VG14. So when I got this wig style, I liked it, but I just wanted to put a little bit of contour in there. So after I got done with the review, what ended up happening is that it looked great. When I first got done with it, I'm like, yes, this looks fantastic. After it dried, I could start to see where it started to warp at the root. So it kind of got a scallopy, ribbony look to it. And that was after it fully dried and so forth, okay? The permatease layer kind of melted. And so that created an unnatural movement at the root area as well. Because anytime it's not free to move, you know, if you shrink it down and it's kind of matted there, it's not free to move. And definitely, I feel like maybe I didn't ruin this wig, but it certainly wasn't what I was going for. Just the integrity of the fiber was damaged by the steam. And I started to notice this also on all the other styles that I did this to. I am very careful with my steaming process, but the same thing has happened, is that the integrity of that fiber was altered just a little bit. It melted, it shrank it up a little bit. And then when it completely dries back into place, you can't expect it to have that nice resilience that it did before you steamed it. So that's my experience with using steam on a non-heat friendly style. Now, when I use steam on a heat friendly style, I'm going to use an example of my Unfiltered by Raquel Welch. I wanted so badly to have a nice curve and contour, so after the review, I set about using some steam on it. I must have used steam on that Unfiltered at the front for a higher contour away from the face at least 3 times. It wouldn't hold. And I was doing the same things that I normally do. So on a heat-friendly style, I'm just not getting the results, the lasting results that I would maybe using a different heat appliance. So we're going to talk about that. So steam is just something that I have moved around in my list of priorities in terms of my first choice of heat appliance when it comes to styling my wigs. So on a heat-friendly style, my first go-to heat style appliance is my hairdryer. I can create anything I want with a hairdryer. Then I have like a hot air brush, which I love to add in curl for on my bang, or if I want to add in some loose curl on a style. On a regular synthetic, if you're experienced, if you know what you're doing, you can use heat to create a little bit of contour. You can fix things like box hair. You know, there's so much you can do. But again, I think I'm done using steam on a non-heat friendly style. I feel like I get better results from a hair dryer on a non-heat friendly synthetic. So if I wanted to do a little bit of a contour, you know, I would lift the hair, pull it in the opposite direction, just pass a little bit of mild heat from a hair dryer, just pulses of heat, and then use the heat from my hand just to kind of set it. But because it's a dry heat, it's finished. With the steam, you know, once you're finished, you have to let it dry. And if it's not completely dry and you do anything with it, it will continue to warp the fiber. So I just get much better results by using some pulses of heat from a hairdryer on my non-heat friendly wigs. So am I ready to ditch my steamer out the door? Heck no. This is still going to be one of my very best friends as a wig wearer, and there's going to be a time and a place for it. I prefer to use more of a dry heat from a hairdryer or another heat appliance for styling. However, there are certain times when a steamer is actually going to be your better bet. Number one is attacking frizz on a wig. Whether it's a heat-friendly style or a non-heat friendly style, when the ends start to get a little bit fuzzy, you might want to pass some steam and brush that out, comb it out, because that steam will actually shrink. Because what's happening is with that frizz is that you're blowing up that fiber. It's getting rough. It kind of blew up and it got rough, and it adheres to each other and create that nesty rat's nest look that you get when it clumps. So you want to eliminate that by shrinking the fiber back a little bit, and that's what the steam is doing. Again, it's altering the fiber. It's melting it. It's shrinking it to release the tangles and the frizz. And I always reserve steam for that particularly unruly piece. I've had some curly wigs that have given me a run for my money. And I've had to take some steam to them to shrink some areas into a style that I thought I could wear. So it's all trial and error. We're all here to share with one another. So again, just starting that conversation about steam. Has anybody out there had a similar issue using steam as I have? What is your preferred heat method on both a heat-friendly and or a non-heat friendly synthetic? Please share. I'd love to hear from all of you. What's working, what's not working. We just all help each other learn and grow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was helpful. We'll see you next time on Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One.